What's going on, everyone? LG just released their 32-inch smart monitor that was featured at CES 2024 and sent me one to check out for you. So in today's video, I'm going to take you through the unboxing process, what's all included in the box, specs and features of the monitor, and how it compares to last year's model. My goal is to give you a better understanding of what this monitor is and who I think it is best suited for. So with that said, let's go ahead and get into it. Inside the box, you get the monitor itself and a stand that screws into the metal plate, which is one of the bigger changes from last year's model that came with a desk mount instead of the stand. The stand is super simple to put together just by clicking it into the back of the monitor, and then we just need to screw in the base plate. You also get a bag of accessories, which includes the power brick, a remote control, HDMI cable, documentation, screws, and finally the white metal base plate that I had just mentioned, where all you need to do is slide it into the stand and fasten it with Phillips screwdriver. The last item included in the box is a webcam. This is something that wasn't included in last year's model, which makes it something really nice to have as it also matches the look and feel of the monitor. Installation is really nice as it magnetically clicks into the back of the monitor with no need for additional cables. The camera can be slightly adjusted by angling it up as needed, and it also has a privacy guard so that you don't have to worry about it randomly coming on during a work call when you're still in your pajamas. When it comes to the stand, you're able to adjust it up and down just about 4.3 inches or 11 centimeters. And you're also able to slant it slightly up to 5 degrees to ensure it's level. You can also tilt it forward 5 degrees and backward 15 degrees, depending on how you choose to view it. One other item that they include is a USB-C to USB-A adapter, which is nice to have with all the ports on the back being USB-C. And finally, they also include a very clean and simple remote that matches the monitor so that you don't have to blindly adjust the monitor each time using the button in the back. The remote includes quick access buttons to Netflix, Disney+, Prime Video, and LG's 300+ free channels. Now that it's all ready, it's time to get this set up. Being a smart monitor setup means that I'm able to connect it directly to my Wi-Fi and download apps directly to the monitor, but I'll go into more detail on that here soon. There are several key differences between the 2024 model and last year's model. To keep it simple, let's go through the four most noteworthy changes. First off, the build itself. Last year's model had a bulky base area, and then this year's model is thinner and cleaner. When it comes to the display's brightness, it has increased from 250 nits to 400 nits. And as I mentioned earlier, last year's model had a really nice desk mount instead of a stand, which I think you can buy separately, but having this year's be on a stand itself gives you more flexibility with where you decide to place it, just in case there isn't an area for you to mount the monitor. And lastly, the other main difference is the fact that this year's comes with a webcam. Alright, let's get into what this monitor is actually like. To start off, what exactly is a smart monitor? A simple definition is that it is a computer monitor with additional features beyond basic display functions. They'll have built-in connectivity options such as Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, as well as integrated software and applications for web browsing, streaming, gaming, and more. And with this monitor, that's exactly what you get. LG's WebOS built into the monitor means that you're able to use it just like you'd use a smart TV to stream Netflix, Disney+, Max, Apple TV, and YouTube. This monitor also supports AirPlay and HomeKit, which I typically use when I'm searching for a YouTube video on my phone and want to push the video I choose to a bigger screen. You're also able to use this monitor to access things like Microsoft 365 products and Google applications such as Google Docs and Calendar without having to plug in your computer. Let's get into the display itself. This is a 31.5-inch 4K IPS display with a 400 nit max brightness. It features an 8 millisecond response time and supports 95% of the DCI PC color gamut. It has a solid pixel density of 140 ppi, so things like text look crisp and not pixelated. It also features an anti-glare matte surface treatment to help with bright rooms and has a 178-degree viewing angle. Using the remote or even the button in the back of the monitor, you can make a ton of different modifications to the settings to meet your needs. This includes choosing the preferred picture mode, sound mode, brightness, enabling the low blue light mode, especially at night, and it even features a game optimizer mode. When it comes to connectivity, this monitor has 3 USB-C ports, with the top one being a 90-watt upstream port that I prefer to use to connect to my computer. One thing I would have liked to have seen is LG including the appropriate USB-C cable with this setup, but luckily I had plenty of spare ones laying around. On the back, you'll also notice that there are 2 HDMI 2.0 ports that you can also use to connect to your computer as well as a gaming console, making it easy to switch between the two. When it comes to using this for work, this is an excellent option, especially if you're currently using a 27-inch monitor or just your laptop. I honestly feel like 32 inches is starting to become more and more of a go-to choice these days. What makes this ideal for a work from home setup is that it's ideal for using as a primary monitor and having your laptop be the secondary monitor when needed. It also has the 1080p webcam ready to go when needed, making it perfect for virtual meetings or even just FaceTiming someone. When it comes to audio, the monitor has two 5-watt speakers that you'll find on the back. This is definitely one area I would like to see LG focus a little bit more on in the future. With this being a smart monitor, I'm able to watch movies and shows on. It'd be nice to have a little bit better audio quality, but I do prefer using external speakers, or I even sometimes recommend pairing it with AirPods if you choose to use this in a shared space. While not easy to demonstrate with a YouTube video, here's a small sample to give you a better idea of what the monitor sounds like. So my big thing with this video is, who exactly is this monitor for? If you're a hardcore gamer, this is likely not going to be your primary option for you due to the 60Hz refresh rate and the 8 millisecond response time. If you're a casual gamer, you'll have no issue with this monitor. No, I'd say this monitor is someone looking for a dual purpose display. People I think that this is an awesome option for would be if you're someone with a bedroom setup where you can use it for work during the day and stream some Netflix at night. This is great. This also makes it great for college students living in dorms as well. It's also awesome for rooms where maybe you already have a TV, but you want to have a monitor to use as both a primary computer monitor as well as a secondary TV if you either don't want to watch what's on the primary display or have kids and want to put something on for them to watch. My final thoughts for only having tested this for a few weeks so far is that it is a great overall display due to the multiple functionalities it can serve. Like all things tech, there are some improvements that they can make to it, but the majority of people I know do not need extremely high-end displays that cost double or even triple what this one costs. I honestly think there's a solid amount of people that would love a display like this, and I'm really hoping that this video at least gives you a little bit better understanding of what you get with an option like this if you ever decide to start considering to make the switch to smart displays. I'll leave links to everything shown in this video in the description, and if you have any questions, just let me know down below. With that said, I'll see you all next time.